Hello everyone, and welcome to the first Let's Play on my channel. As you can see, we are starting with Warhammer Mark of Chaos Battle March. I took a vote with my patrons, and the community decision was that we would be starting with a Chaos/Skaven campaign. So let's go ahead and get started, because there's actually quite a bit of, shall we say, cinematics to get through. So, let's go ahead, and we're going to be doing hard mode on the Hordes of Chaos. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll be back after the cinematics.
It has been a long and bloody year since the end of the Great War. While the Emperor has claimed victory, the peace that so many heroes gave their lives for has not settled on the lands. The Hordes of Chaos, though leaderless, continue to taint the northlands of the Empire. Vicious warriors attack merchant caravans and raid isolated farms and villages. The Emperor's battle-weary soldiers patrol the forests and hills, ever vigilant against bloodthirsty warbands intent on looting and slaughter. For the Empire! There is no escape from chaos. It marks us all.
When the tribes came south, some called it the Great Slaughtering, the God-calling, the coming of the storm. There were many great warriors, but none so powerful as the warlord Asvar Kul. His armies destroyed all foes they met, and ravaged the lands of the south. But Kul fell at the walls of the city called Kislev, and his allies were scattered. It seemed as if the men of the south had triumphed against the gods of the north, though few believed that a man such as Asvar Kul could be truly killed. Amongst the scattered survivors of Kul's followers, one was to rise to prominence and take up the banner of conquest once held by his former master, a Kurgan of the Kazakh tribe. This man was a bloodthirsty warrior who sought the favor of the gods and harbored dreams of immortality. His exploits would set aflame the lands of the weakling empire. The tale of his life, living long in the legends of the north and the nightmares of the south. His name was Thorgar the Blooded One.
What do you want of me?
I am the herald of the gods. Keep my word, Thorgar of the Kazakhs. You have mighty deeds to perform, and great glory to win. The gods have cast their gaze upon you, and you are to be tested.
What sort of test? What would they have me do?
Their chosen Asabar Kul has fallen. Another can take his place and stand before the gods as their highest champion. A man strong enough to overcome all foes, with an army large enough to conquer nations, might inherit the mantle that Kul once wore.
How am I to assemble an army? I cannot conjure warriors from thin air!
What is the test, foolish mortal? Prove your worth, conquer, and the spoil for the glory of the gods, and the ultimate reward can be yours. Your kinsmen and allies are all around you. The weak men of the south captured many after Kul was lost, but they still live and can fight once again. Seek them out, and with these men forge an army. Follow the setting sun. Here, you shall prove your worth.
This is just a dream. Too much stolen wine and undercooked meat is playing tricks on me.
Do not question the herald of the gods. Heed these words. You have mighty deeds to perform, and great glory to win, Thorgar.
All right, so just to kind of run you all briefly through what's going on lore-wise, this game takes place about 200 years before the modern timeline, or where like Total War Warhammer starts. It's immediately after the Great War against Chaos, where Azavar Kul led, who was an Everchosen, led a great invasion down south, and he was defeated by the united forces of the men, High Elves, and the Dwarves. Granted, the High Elves sent 3 wizards, one of which was Teclis, and the Dwarves sent a fairly small contingent led by High King Alricson, who was the king before Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Magnus the Pious obviously was responsible more than anyone else for defeating Azavar Kul, though the combined forces made a large part of it. Azavar Kul was the one who sacked Prague and turned it into a repulsive hellscape. And then, so what this story is it's a small retcon that what would have happened if Chaos had managed to rally after Azavar Kul was defeated. Because traditionally in Warhammer lore, when Chaos falls, they completely scatter, fall to infighting, and they completely fall apart, and there's no rallying for them. They just splinter and fly in every direction. This obviously tells the story of what if the Chaos Gods were a little bit more dedicated to victory than that, and instead tried to rally up a new champion. So let's get started.
There's another one of those chaos scum. There's only one of them. This'll be easy. I will destroy them all!
So this is Thorgar the Blooded One. He is our Chaos Champion. And we're going to show these Empire soldiers what happens when you try and mess with the Chaos Lord by yourself.
Glorious battle is joined!
1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, there it goes.
Fight. Make the most of these last moments of your lives.
Alright, so let's go ahead and start upgrading our guy. Let's see, he's our main character, so we kind of want to make him good at challenges. Which I'll explain some of the mechanics of this game as we go through. If I recall correctly, we start off... Oh, hold on. Marauder Axe Throwers.
The enemy will not come to me, cowards.
And what are they up against?
Prey has been sighted.
Some Halberdiers. Let's offer them some assistance, shall we?
Your enemies will soon be dead.
And despite the fact this game's actually pretty old, it's held up surprisingly well.
You are truly chosen by the gods. We will eagerly follow you to greater glory. It shall be.
I mean, its graphics aren't like anything to be super impressed over, but it's not bad. Alright, so what we're gonna do...
quickly, my kinsman.
So, one thing about this game, if you've never played it, which probably a lot of people haven't, is that this game rewards you for kind of exploring the map. It's not a very fast-paced game, because unlike games like Total War, there's no speed-up button, so you just have to wait for everything, which is horrible, but it's your only choice. That being said, most parts of the game are pretty redeemable. Like as I was saying, despite the fact it's old, most of the models have held up pretty well. Like they look really good. Like they look like tabletop models with okay graphics that have just been animated. Which that's what this game essentially was it was tabletop made animated.
The prey has been sighted.
Which kind of actually bit it in the ass because this game came out around the time where games like Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne, StarCraft, and all those games were the height, or Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, which those games, that was back when strategy games tended to be a little bit more about like building bases, and you'd buy upgrades and have really variety-focused armies and all this other stuff. Whereas this game, you buy your units outside of the battle and just bring them in with you. And so it kind of lacked that. And I think that actually really hurt it, that it didn't have that great variety that a lot of those other games brought. Alright, so okay, we got an item, some gold, and another potion. Chaos Rune Shield.
The enemy will not come to me.
So one thing you'll notice is that kind of like they've explained Total War, I actually have a Winds of Magic table up here, which, though I use it for all of my abilities instead of just some of them.
These will be my lands.
So like every time I throw this axe, it's going to cost a certain percentage, and you'll see it marked up there when it goes dark blue. That's how much magic it costs me
destroy this army with ease.
To use that ability.
I am the god's executioner.
Alright, so this first map is essentially Thorgar's been contacted by the gods, and they want to make him into the next... he doesn't end up being they're not offering me an ever-chosen position, because obviously that would require all 4 gods, and this game only focuses on 2, which we'll get to them when we meet them. There is no... 2 of the gods are not in this game at all. So he's not really an ever-chosen, he's more of just a really powerful Chaos Champion. But his goal, of course, is to try and pick up the slack from when Azamar Kul died and be the one to successfully destroy the Empire. Which honestly, well, you know what, we'll address that when we get later on in the game. But these first couple missions are pretty slow. Oops.
The prey has been sighted.
I am death.
Fighting.
Destroy, slaughter!
Cracks me up that throwing that axe makes people just go flying in every direction.
Glorious battle is joined.
The nice thing about this game, though, compared to like tabletop or even Total War, is that your archers have like, or my guys that throw axes have literally perfect aim, and it's the funniest thing in the universe. Like, they can't miss, which is just goofy. Good old Ostermark. Not a fan of their colors. That yellow and purple scheme is just ugly in my opinion, but I guess it gets the job done at the end of the day. Alright, once we have these guys broken, we'll be able to claim the Marauders, which is good. 2 more.
The gods have sent you to us as
And
a sign, great warrior. Show us the way to victory.
Alright, so in this game, you can attach your heroes to regiments. So I'm going to put him in there, and that gives them some protection as well as words. It gives them some protection as well as providing some passive buffs to the unit. Let's just check over here to make sure there's nothing hiding in this little ditch. And we start off pretty far north, because as you notice, the terrain is pretty warped. Like over here we got this demon head sticking out, and all the puddles and pools are made of blood. Because the Warhammer world's just a wonderful place. Totally want a vacation there if you have the chance. Best place, 10 out of 10. But anyway, as I was saying, and if you're wondering where the Skaven are, we'll meet them later on in the campaign. We're definitely not going to get to them probably the first 2 or 3 episodes. And we'll talk more about the format of how this is going to work at the end.
The power of chaos flows
Because
within me.
it is certainly up for debate on how long these episodes should be and how much content we're going to have in them. Right now, we're probably going to do probably like skirmishers. Yeah, skirmishers in this game actually are invisible until they attack, or you get too close to them. Alright, let's chew them up. Huntsman.
Destroy the warriors of the kill everything! It is good.
But while we're waiting for this map to sort of go by, one thing you may have noticed is during that cinematic at the beginning, where you have the warrior priests and the Empire soldiers fighting against the warriors of Khorne, that a greater demon of Khorne shows up, or a bloodthirster. One thing you should know now is that there is actually no bloodthirster in this game. That is a false advertisement on this game's part. Yay, leveled up. Oh, can we save these guys? Oh, there's only one guy left. Save him. Save him.
Glorious battle.
Yeah.
That one would come to lead us. You are a worthy champion, and I swear my service to you.
Okay, so we've got ourselves a Chaos Sorcerer.
It shall be done.
Let's see. We're gonna level him up on Steel Soul, which he's undivided, but he focuses in death magic, though he has a couple of shadows oriented spells. So we're gonna start him with Steel Soul, because what this does is if I join him to a unit
The gods have
and he successfully casts this spell, he will kill enemy guys and heal my guys, so I can get more troops back, which is really nice.
There can be no victory against my immortal
Okay,
masters.
so this is not the way we're supposed to go, so we're gonna go that way, because that's probably where loot is.
It shall be done.
Oh, for those of you who are wondering what I've been doing with my Chaos Lord, so right now I'm leveling up his Deadly Strike, because in this game it's all about percentages. Most guys have a pretty low chance to hit, so what this is it gives him a 5% chance per point to do 1 extra damage when he hits, which is super nice. And then we picked up the Chaos Rune Shield earlier, which gives me armor and magic resist. Chaos Rune Shield is covered with writhing carvings that have the power to destroy enemy magic. Magic resistance is pretty solid in this game.
The gods will be victorious.
It takes a while to run into enemy wizards, but it's super worth it once you do. Okay, so let's Steel Soul, see how many guys I can get back. So right now there's only 1 Marauder with him. And now there's a bunch. Well, I don't know if a bunch is the right word. But
There can be no victory
Wind of Death.
against my immortal master.
And we're just gonna hold his guys back until the fight's already started, and then we'll commit them to the fight. That way I don't risk losing any guys.
The gods speak through
Because although strategy is obviously the main focus of this game, a huge part of it is management of resources, which your troops are actually grossly expensive in this game. And so you want to try as hard as you can to keep them alive as long as possible. Because when guys die, it is very expensive to replace them. Alright, let's start moving over here. So I picked up a helmet with him. The Helm of Mentoth. Mentoth was a great warrior who fought beside Sigmar, and it is claimed his charge was as powerful as a raging bull. Plus 30% charge bonus and plus 1 armor. I'm sure he would be more than happy to know that a Chaos Warrior is now wearing his helmet to slaughter the Sons of Sigmar. Good job, Imperial soldiers. Way to lose that helmet in Chaos territory, you dinguses. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying, so the Bloodthirster shows up in that trailer. But kind of the depressing thing about this game is that there actually is not a Bloodthirster at all in the game. It's likely kind of like what, if you watch some of the videos on CA's channel, they did one about like the making of the reveal cinematic for Total War Warhammer's launch. And that you'll learn that CA did not make that trailer, it was made by another company that CA gave details to. Well, imagine what Black Hole Entertainment did, which is the guys responsible for this game, is that they also had an outside company make that trailer, which is gorgeous looking. But the downside was they probably ordered it a little too early in development and weren't able to pull off what they thought, so there actually isn't that model in this game. Ooh, big fight. Okay, let's eat these guys. Nom. No! My Marauders! Crap.
The weak god cannot help them now.
I hate guns. They do so much damage. Oh well. I guess I'll technically be saving money since I don't have to revive those guys. Alright, so the guns are dead. The warriors are probably fine. So I'm gonna go back up these Marauders.
The power of chaos flows within me.
Okay, and my axe throwers have almost finished these guys off. Yep. Oh, get it.
How might I serve the gods?
This game is very punishing in that if you don't grab an item, you don't get it at the end. It does not allow that. Okay, let's help these guys out. Nice. Wow, these swordsmen are putting up a hell of a fight. Yeah, I am beyond you. Now die.
And we will be proud to call you our leader. We shall give the Empire cause to dread the Northmen again.
Alright, and I believe that's it for this map.
The tide of chaos stretches even further.
Yay. Okay, so we scored our victory, and now we're going to go to the campaign map. Which in this game, the campaign is, as you can see, those are all the missions. It's very linear. It's purely story-based, and there's optional missions every once in a while, but there's not actually a way to dynamically change things. So something kind of cool is, you'll notice, you might have seen it there, is that as I advance across this map, I actually pollute the very area and cause like these open weeping sores, and everything just sort of falls to ruin. We start off a little ways north of Talabecland, north and east, and we eventually make our way down that way. And the World's Edge Mountains are over here. So let's keep on moving to our first camp.
Hold a moment, warrior. What brings you to the camp at Angric Wolfbane? It is heartening that there are those that still continue the fight. I am Thorgar, and I am seeking allies to join my battles against the weaklings of the Empire. Then the gods favor you, Thorgar. Not all of us fled back to the north. A champion such as yourself will be more than welcome.
Alright, so we found our first camp. Hidden from the patrols of the Empire soldiers, Ingric Wolfbane has gathered together scattered warriors and warbands in this place. Though the camp is not well established, many men from Norska and the Steeps can be found here and are willing to exchange their skills and wares for gold and glory. There are 4 types of buildings, I guess you could say, inside every camp. Alchemist, which is where you get you buy items for like heroes, and you can also sell items there. Barracks, which is where you buy and sell new troops, and you can occasionally you can buy a new hero, though I don't think that'll happen in this entire chapter. Armory, that's where you can upgrade your guys' equipment, and the temple is where you can give your guys blessings so that they have better stats for the next fight, or you can heal how many guys are in the troop. So let's actually start with the temple, and each of these actually has kind of a cool lore tidbit. So this is the Wolf Stone. Carried by Ingric and his warband hundreds of leagues from Norska, the Wolfstone is an ancient monolith that his tribe believes was cast down from the north by the gods themselves. It is a totem of the Wolf Pack, Ingrid's warband, and wherever they travel, so too does the Wolfstone. It's actually kind of interesting because they treat it a lot like how the Beastmen treat a herdstone, in that they sort of just pack it up and take it with them if it's a large enough force. Obviously, it's much smaller than the average herdstone, but gets the job done. Okay, I leveled up again, so let's take Deadly Strike. My Sorcerer leveled up, so there's another point Steel Soul. Okay, so we've got 4,300 gold, and as you're about to see, it's very expensive to heal, guys. Full replacements for my Chaos Warriors is 650. Axe Throwers is 210, and Marauders is 1140. Ouch. I don't think we can take 5 in our next mission, so we're going to save our money and not bother with this guy. Let's go to the Armory. Chaos Warriors are priority, so we're going to give them 3rd tier weapons, which increases their chance to hit. 3rd tier armor, which increases their armor and magic resistance. And then we want to give them a full command, so they get a unit champion, morale regeneration, and higher base morale. And I'm not going to worry about magic banners yet. Okay, we want to give the Axe Throwers 3rd tier weapons. And we want to give the Marauders 3rd tier armor. And if we can afford it, yep, we will give them 3rd tier weapons as well. Alright, so we're pretty set. We will give the Marauders regeneration for their morale as well, just because they're they tend to break a little easy. Oh, and something about this game, so you'll notice these guys are level 3. Every unit has an experience bar, like these guys. When you level up, your unit just gets bigger. That's why this unit, which is only level 1, has only 21 Axe Throwers, but this one, which is level 2, has 30 Axe Throwers. And they're actually about to hit level 3, so they'll expand to whatever the 3rd tier is. Alright, but we're out of money, so let's go ahead and look around some other stuff. Barracks. Ingric Wolfbane's Lodge, the Wolf Hall, is home to the chieftain's fiercest and bravest warriors. However, Ingric is in no hurry to make his presence known to the soldiers of the Empire, and has given his companions permission to join any other champion they feel is worthy of their talents. So Ingric, he's kind of an opposing champion, but he's kind of a small fry, and he doesn't actually want to draw any attention to himself because he probably likes being alive, and if the Empire knew there was a substantial chaos force, they'd probably come wipe everybody out. That being said, he only has Marauders here, which I'm not really interested in having more because I have plenty, so we're not going to buy anything. Oh, I forgot to read this. Having traveled far from his homelands in the east, this trader from the Hung tribes arrived too late to join Azavar Kul's attack. However, he has found much demand for his weapons and skills as an armor among the depleted warbands that survived the war. He will remain with Ingric Wolfbane for as long as there is profit to be made before returning to his tribe as a wealthy man. Githi Kahan. It's interesting, so he's actually a Hung from the far eastern steeps. It's too late to make the war. How sad. The Wolf Hall, and then the Alchemist. The Kjurbjorn of the Fjergard. The Fjergard are a Norse tribe that traveled south with Azavar Kul, but were destroyed at the Battle of the Gates of Kislev. Their shaman, Kjurbjorn, survived the massacre and now passes on his visions and trinkets to those champions he judges worthy. That can also pay for his services, of course. Which he's actually selling some armor that I would really like to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell some potions that I don't think I'm going to need. Kind of want the cooldown potion, but we'll go ahead and sell it. That way I can buy enchanted armor for my Thorgar. Which the little text is, sword blows and arrows bounce harmlessly from this suit of magically strengthened armor. This will be good for keeping him alive and safe. And if we have some money after the next mission, we'll probably give him, our shaman, the steel thread cloak, but not yet. In any event, so a couple of cool little lore tidbits. Obviously, Kjurbjorn came down with Fjeagard, and they died, it says, at the Battle of the Gates of Kislev, which is where Asvar Kul himself was slain. Because that's where he got just completely annihilated. Because between Magnus the Pious slamming into him from the south, and then the dwarves sallying forth from the gates of Kislev. Though the dwarves were pushed back, they did put a dent in Kislev's forces. But what really killed him is that Magnus had sent a large, almost all of his cavalry around Asvar Kul's horde to go assist Prague, but they arrived too late. So they arrived, and Prague was just a wasteland of death and destruction and mutation horribleness. And they were so angry that they chased after Asvar Kul's horde instead of returning to Magnus, and they destroyed Asvar Kul's rearguard, like utterly obliterated it, because his rearguard was not prepared for almost the entire knightly force of the Empire to come crashing down behind them. And so while Magnus and his army was getting surrounded by Asvar Kul, and Kul himself started making his way towards Magnus's forces, that's when the Empire's cavalry showed up and absolutely just obliterated the northern half of Asvar Kul's army. Just slammed into them and ran them down. And that's also when the gates of Kislev opened up and the remaining hordes or armies of the Kislevites and the dwarves sallied forth, and so Chaos was caught in a three-way trap. Not to mention you had two elven Loremasters and Teclis himself just slamming Chaos over and over and over with magic. So that's essentially what happened to them. And some of the greatest champions of Chaos were defeated during that timeline. The likes of... I can't even think of them all, but a lot of prominent characters were struck down, and obviously some were missing. For instance, Kolek Suneater had destroyed the gates of the walls of Prague, but he left after that because he got essentially bored. So he wasn't with Asvar Kul for the siege of Kislev. And then before Asvar Kul could rally his forces, he actually was killed. Some rumors say it was Magnus the Pious who struck him down in a act of holy vengeance. Some say the gods turned from Asvar Kul and one of Kul's own soldiers stabbed him in the back and killed him. But regardless, Kul died, and without him, the Chaos Horde being hit on three sides, they completely shattered. First sacrifice. A few brave souls have eked out a living on the very edges of the Empire wilderness for several generations. Though not a great conquest, the destruction of their pitiful collection of hovels will mark the start of Thorgar's rise to glory. Alright. So we'll bring my Sorcerer, and we'll bring 2 Archer units, well, throwing axes, Marauders, and my Warriors of Chaos. Alright, so this is just a little village that has managed to survive and been ignored by most of the world. But it's time for us to show them what happens when you think you're safe in the Warhammer world. Alright, let's do this.
The prey has been sighted.
Alright, so deployment phase. Let's put Thorgar with the Warriors of Chaos.
We join for the great slaughter.
And we're going to put our Shaman, because we don't want him getting into combat. Because he's a little... Well, let's put him with them.
Have blessed you with my presence.
Because they're about to level up. And when they do, they're going to get a higher maximum amount, and he can use...
Speak through me.
He can use Steel Soul to bolster them. And you'll notice, despite the fact he's supposed to be undivided, he has a pretty hilarious amount of Tzeentch influence with the tentacles and his hands all jacked up. And he's actually got 2 heads. I don't know if you can see his back face sticking out. Nothing like trying to deal with a commander who's got eyes in the back of his head, quite literally. Alright, let's do this.
Burn it to the ground! Raise a clamor of war and the pyre of the dead so that the gods might notice us!
So there you go, folks. Chaos is confirmed as literally just being a bunch of attention whores. All they want is for Senpai to notice them.
I am the herald of the northern powers.
We're going to send our axe throwers to murder the handgunners as quickly as possible. And I'm going to unleash...
Drive back those northern dogs!
Hopefully... Yeah, our marauders are eating most of the fire, so that's good. So we don't really care about them. Okay, Warriors Chaos leveled up. Okay, and I'm going to steal Soul. Yay. So you'll notice it looks like my warriors are at half health, but it's only because they leveled up. So it's showing that against their potential max health.
I expected better sport, even from these wretches. Be careful and watch for traps.
So you'll notice that some of their hovels are already burning, and there weren't that many of them, despite the fact that this is supposed to be a decent-sized village. So something's fucky, so to speak. Gold. Pardon my French, by the way. Alright, so let's change formation to make sure we're ready. And up here... yep. Core Knights. So, looks like another Chaos group has beaten us to the punch.
My immortal masters.
Which, for those of you who may think that we're going to be buddies, these guys are preying on what I thought I called dibs on. So we need to clearly teach these fools a lesson. But we're going to take our time. We're going to let them all kill each other. I'm going to be tactical about this, which is not normally the Chaos approach, but since I'm undivided, I can pretend to be a little more clever than the geniuses of Khorne, so to speak.
So the mystery is solved. It appears that we are not the only ones with our eyes set on this tarnished prize. The prey has been sighted.
Shall be left standing.
Ooh, gold. So, yeah, while we're waiting for all of them to commit to fighting each other, we're just going to go ahead and obliterate all these townhouses. No reason to commit early. But we will go ahead and commit our ranged units, because they can attack without being at risk. So let's focus our effort on these warriors here, because warriors tend to be hilariously overpowered. And this will give my shaman a good chance to level up as well. Though I'm equal opportunity, so we're going to soul steal from the Empire. Didn't get anyone back with it. And then Wind of Death right in the middle. Alright, so... Alright, so Chaos is losing now, so now we're going to turn our attention onto the Empire. Oh look, they're gonna make it. They're gonna, oh, nope, never mind. Alright, we're gonna go after those guys. Gonna have my melee units be prepared to readdress. Alright, so the warriors broke and ran because they didn't like me throwing axes at their backs. And they got ran down by the halberdiers. Uh-oh. Come on, throw faster. Throw faster. Uh-oh. Woo! They almost made it. Thankfully, we have unlimited ammo in this game. Alright, so these guys are pretty even, so I'm not going to have to worry about them until it's time to wipe them out. We'll go ahead and destroy these buildings. How a couple guys throwing axes at a building that, A, goofily built, and B, tall, is beyond me, but, I mean, we are pretty swole, so maybe we're just that strong. But in any event. Alright. Chaos Demolition Edition. Alright, so it looks like there's a fight going on over here that we missed, and it looks like the Empire is not doing well, which is not great. I'd actually rather fight the Empire troops than the Chaos troops. So what we're going to do is we're going to free the Empire from this engagement. That way maybe they can go help out their buddies. It doesn't look like we're going to help them in time. Oh, no, they're coming for me. Well, I gave you guys a chance. Okay. Okay, so those Empire soldiers rallied. Good for them. So we're going to go ahead and destroy buildings on our way over here to clear a good path. Okay, that's a pretty sizable Chaos Force. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that army's about as big as mine, give or take. So let's set up.
Clear. The gods will be victorious.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to move into position to fight these guys. For lucky, these marauders are going to break out too far in front, so I can do some damage before they make it to me.
Serve the gods.
Yeah, they're too far ahead. Break them, break them. Yeah, I'll let my marauders deal with that. Marauders are cannon fodder. Like, I have no problem letting them die. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and charge the axe throwers. Okay, lucky for us, the computer's being a little funky. I think it's supposed to wait until I come into this area. That way it tries to draw me into the fight. But alright, and I don't want to commit to this fight because, quite frankly, keeping my guys alive is all that matters, and Chaos Warriors do a fucking number. Axe! Okay, so they're just gonna stand there and take it. It's fine with me. Alright, so that unit should go down. Okay, so we'll go ahead and commit everyone to this fight. Alright, so he just made himself immune to morale using the Bloodlust ability. Yep, the gods have abandoned you. Granted, you standing there probably didn't make Korn terribly thrilled. Alright, so we've wiped out all of our enemies in this area, but I'm guessing there's something waiting for us in here. If I remember right, it's actually a pretty big fight. It's been a while since I played this game. But it's always good to destroy every building. You never know when there's some goodies. Like so. Potion and 200 gold. I will take 200 gold. Alright, so, okay, we're doing pretty good on stamina, but we're going to take our time getting over here. Just to make sure we're full. Alright. So I'm pretty nervous about this part, because so far, I mean, you'll notice that if those Cornets had engaged me, I would have been hilariously... I probably would have taken some pretty serious damage, because they were almost equal to me, and that was like a fraction of what's going on in this map. So there's probably going to be a huge engagement here, and I'm going to have to be really careful about how I engage. Yeah, see, there's already some handgunners and some other stuff. Yeah, swordsmen. Because if I engage poorly, then my guys could end up fighting both sides at once, and I would be super screwed, because I've got a tiny-ass army. Okay, so there are two ways in. I think we'll go ahead and commit to the right side, because we want to keep our guys together. Alright, and we don't want to run until it activates. Okay, go. Alright, so they've activated, so we're going to hustle now, because we want to make it in time to assist the Empire. Silly as that sounds. Okay, so the Empire is probably going to win on the left, so we're going to intervene on the right.
I shall go where the gods send me.
Ah, there he is. Bragg Bloodwound. That must be the enemy leader.
The gods speak through me.
Okay, so we're going to commit all of our guys to this assault.
Let's get moving. We shall earn the favor of the gods with the blood of the weakling.
And we're setting up our melee units to repulse the enemy.
As my lord wishes.
We're going to win to death.
I claim this
Soul
conquest
Steel.
in the name of Crag Bloodwound.
Alright, here he comes.
Any man who disputes this
And he just threw an axe through his own guys.
and face my blade.
Alright, so the Empire's still doing pretty well on the left. Alright, so here comes the challenge. So I'm going to challenge him with my character, and those guys are going to fight each other.
We shall be as kings.
So I have to kind of micromanage this. Ooh, he actually hits kind of hard. You'll notice we kind of look like brothers from another mother. But that's because we're the same hero class. Okay, we want to go defensive stance so I take less damage. I'm more likely to miss, but I also am more durable. So we're gonna go ahead and pop a health pot. Okay, so we won down here. So I'm gonna commit the rest of my warriors to their big fights. And we've taken the upper hand in the duel, which is good. So let's hit the gods. Oh wait, I actually leveled that. Boom. Okay, and Shaman, Soul Steel, throw axes, and Wind of Death. Good job. Put 3 points into Soul Steel.
I will destroy them all.
Hand of the gods. See, I don't really have time to micro this. Bloodlust, and then my Marauders can use Warcry. Although they are dying. My lord, are they dying? Okay, good. So the enemy champion's dead. Yay me.
My conquest grows with every moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna go help my warriors kill these guys. And my Marauders are gonna finish off these guys. Okay, we lost our Marauders, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? Stop them shooting us, it hurts. Alright. The forces of Khorne have been defeated. We showed him who's boss. Oh, lordy. We took some pretty serious damage. But hey, yay us. Yeah, Khorne killed more units than I did. Let's put that in perspective. I'm just glad. So you'll notice I lost 53 guys, and I still had a pretty tragic amount of my guys damaged, and they had way more troops than I did. So that map kind of relies on you not engaging full ham. Alright, so looks like we got a crossroads coming up, but I'm glad to have that map out of the way. If memory serves me correctly, that's one of the hardest, because if you engage improperly in both sides...
The gods are pleased with you, Thorgar.
And so they should be. Many widows and orphans I've made in their name.
Yet, there rises a host that will destroy everything you strive for.
There is not a foe I will not face with joy.
Your confidence skirts with arrogance, Thorgar. The men of the Empire have gathered a great army, greater than yours. From the south they march, intent on the fortress of Heldenburg. Here your kinsmen, other warriors of the gods, are soon to be trapped. Defeat this army of the Empire, and your ranks will swell greatly.
To the south, I will go at once, and the men of the Empire shall learn why Thorgar the Blooded is to be feared.
Alright, so the Herald's given us update our mission. Crag Bloodwound's defeated warriors want to join the forces of Thorgar the Blood One, obviously because I proved myself superior. Ooh, I got a Knights of Chaos unit. Hooray us! After the victorious battle, Thorgar's warriors searched the dead bodies of the enemy and found 4,000 gold. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, first things first, let's go to camp. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to camp. Temple, we want to heal our wounded units, because that's always highest priority. Let's go ahead and heal all these guys, and we'll go ahead and heal these marauders. Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and heal these marauders. Alright, and then I promised I would buy my sorcerer some armor, so we're going to do that. So now he's got magic resistance 3 and 1 armor. Thought to have once been made by the dwarves, the steel thread cloak looks like it's made of simple wool, yet gives protection of a mail shirt. Once again, I'm sure the dwarves will be absolutely thrilled to know what their stuff's being used for. We also got the Icon of Desecration. Oh man, I just wasted money, because I just realized that. So what this does is it heals my guys, so it'll bring back people, which is a good way to save money, but I'll probably use it at the end of a mission. And I leveled up again, so let's get Deadly Strike to level 5. Alright. So... barracks, I really don't want to waste my money on any marauders unless we get to a map and finds out we need them, but I doubt we will. Okay, let's give our Chaos Knights full command and full upgrades. And then let's give our marauders full armor. Okay, I can't afford full armor, so I'll get as close as I can. Actually, I bet I can sell some potion I don't want. Nope, I kind of want all the stuff I have. Well, never mind then. Marauders, you don't get to get upgraded. I would like to go ahead and buy a healing potion for Thorgar, just to be safe. Alright, so let's go ahead and move up to the crossroads. If what Sudubal, who is the herald, if you didn't catch that, said is true, the road ahead should lead to more Northmen eager to join a rising champion. Your shamans claim that a temple to the Empire god Sigmar is to the west. Within its vaults lie several artifacts taken from dead Chaos champions many generations ago by Count Erdrid of the Empire. Protected by priests and warriors, it will be a hard fight to liberate these gifts from the gods back into rightful hands. So, this is essentially one of the optional missions. If I go here, I get to do an extra fight. And as it said, I'll be attempting to steal back some artifacts that are protected by a Temple of Sigmar, which likely means that there's probably a warrior priest and some other, there might be some other Sigmarite units, which are pretty good in melee. So that could have some pretty high toll for me if I'm not careful. Or I can skip optional missions and just go straight down here, which is the Ring of Champions, which is the next encampment. But of course, we're not cowards, and we serve the Chaos God faithfully, so we're going to do Reclaim the Relics. So let's go ahead and do that, and that'll probably be the final mission for today. So let's go ahead and do Reclaim the Relics. Alright, it appears that the shamans were correct. Even Thorgar can feel the presence of several powerful chaos artifacts as he approaches the temple. However, it appears the priests have been forewarned, and even now are attempting to relocate their dangerous charges away from the advancing chaos warband. Alright, so let's bring Sudubal, or not Sudubal, sorry, Undivided Sorcerer. And then Axe Throwers, Warriors, and Knights Undivided. So it's time for us to steal back our stuff. And they're trying to evacuate, so they know we're coming. Though not as powerful as the Chaos Gods, the War God of the Empire Sigmar has been known to bless his priests with great strength and resilience. Well, seeing as the opening cinematic had one about to face punch a frickin' bloodthirster, I would agree. Alright, so for deployment,
The power of chaos flows within me.
we'll put, we'll probably redistribute them the same way we had them last time. Alright, so, okay, I'm not really sure what's going on here yet, so let's deploy.
The gods work in mysterious ways. Don't let these unworthy curs take the relics.
Okay, so they
First caravan away, brother. Good work. Now keep loading.
Okay, so definitely a warrior priest. They've got a pretty defensive setup. Those barricades are not bueno. Okay, so we need to destroy these
We have
caravans.
another wagon ready to go. Get those accursed things out of here quickly.
And I'm guessing they're going to come down this road. Oh, hello. Okay, so it looks like it's a typical ambush. Which, despite what many people think, Chaos is actually deceptively good at ambushes. Alright, so let's block them off. And we'll commit the knights to flank charge.
Destroy with joy.
Lance formation.
Let the realm of chaos come.
Just like the variety a lot of these models have. You know, some of them have like halberds. The leader has a sword. And some of them got big old fuck off hammers. Alright, so looks like it's just a group of flagellants. So
Ready your axes.
we're just gonna go ahead and commit our
Be
axe throwers.
gentle in your intentions.
Let's see. Okay, they have no armor, but they have good magic armor. So
Destroy
go ahead and commit my
with
knights
joy.
as well. Get some experience for them.
The Chaos Scum are here. Defend the caravan.
And
Glorious
squish.
battle is joined.
Oh, they died.
Victory against my immortal master.
And then we'll wipe these. Kill this thing.
Waste everything.
Yay. And all he did was drop gold. And we'll collect the items at the
We
end.
shall be as the
Because, let's see,
falling
quests. retrieve the 5 ancient artifacts. Okay, so as long as I don't pick up the artifacts, the map actually should not end. So we might be able to do a little bit of exploration at the end. Okay, let's get back into formation, please.
Lead my steps.
I would love to put Thorgar with the knights, but you do not unlock a mount in Chapter 1. You have to wait until later. All right, so pretty much this is kind of just a wait mission. We just have to kind of sit and chill until the Empire arrives. We could go aggressive, but I mean, this alone matches what I brought. So, and that's not including the caravans they're sending out, so I would probably get stomped. Just saying. Should be another one already on the way, I thought. But maybe... Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, see, they're just crawling. I think that's even slower than the walk speed. That would be my major complaint. Really my only major complaint about this game is that it's just so slow. I mean, sometimes it's like crazy fast. Like sieges can usually be a little bit insane because you're having to micromanage like a billion things at once. Okay, so swordsmen have high armor, heavy armor, in fact.
The vault is more than half empty now, brother.
No resistance.
Keep up the good work. They must not be taken.
Yeah, too bad that I'm totally taking them.
We shall destroy them all. Serve the gods.
Lance formation. Okay, so let's commit the axe throwers into the flagellants. Fire off a spell on the swordsmen. And then warriors will also commit to the swordsmen and will slam the knights into the flagellants. So let's go ahead and engage.
My immortal masters.
Let the butchery commence.
The gods
Glorious battle is joined. Almighty God, bless us with your gifts that we might prevail.
Alright, the flagellants are wiped out.
Dismember with
Oops.
delay. Your warriors are victorious.
And the swordsmen are dead. Alright, now we just wipe out these things.
Me.
War makes us strong. The gods of me decapitate and annihilate.
One thing that's actually pretty funny about this game
Piglets ripe for the slaughter.
is that Chaos has this weird habit of rhyming when you click on some of them. I'll show a case in a minute. And I always like to think that secretly Dr. Seuss was actually a Chaos Warrior in disguise, or a Chaos Cultist.
The gods will be victorious.
I mean, come on. Thing 1 and Thing 2, you want to tell me those weren't Zinch-inspired?
Seek out the strongest magic.
Alright, see if I can get him to do it.
We shall destroy them all.
Nope.
Almighty gods, bless us with your gifts that we might prevail.
You're making me look bad. Do the rhyme.
We shall destroy them all.
Come on.
Waste everything.
Nope.
Your knights stand ready.
Nope.
We shall destroy them all.
Okay, now they're just mocking me.
Waste everything.
Maybe it's only when they charge?
We shall be as the falling axe. These lands are ours.
Well, okay, see, they're just making me look bad now.
Ever onwards. Claim these lands for the mighty gods of the north.
Maybe it's only when they charge.
Let the butchery commence. Decapitate and annihilate.
See, there it is. I know there's at least...
The ground.
I know there's at least like 1 or 2 other rhymes. Chaos Knights are making me look bad. Maybe it's only when they charge. Maybe that's why I couldn't get any of them. But anyway, I don't know. That's just a clever thought. Secretly, Dr. Seuss kept a Chaos Sword underneath his desk that he impaled small children with. Or something. I don't know. I have morbid thoughts because I'm bored. Because I'm waiting for these god-awfully slow people to charge me already. Okay, they've got muskets this time. Muskets are not fun, because they actually really hurt. So we're going to do lance formation so I can just slam into them immediately.
Almost done here. Hurry, now. Get the last of them out of the vault.
Wait for it.
As my lord wishes, It shall be done.
Wait. Okay, now.
The breath of the gods grows strong this day.
We shall destroy them all.
Dust to me.
Alright, so the Chaos Knights are gonna mess up those guys. Wee squish. Yay, the Knights leveled up. Don't attack the caravan. Finish off the gunmen, idiots.
I will destroy
Hey,
them
now
all.
we just gotta mess up the
We
things.
shall destroy them all.
Come on, guys, finish them off.
The gods are pleased. Your warriors are victorious.
Speak through me.
Don't let them escape.
It is divine.
Okay, they're all dead.
Little piglets ripe for the slaughter.
It is not
The gods are pleased. Your
Alright, good
warriors
job,
are
everyone, good job.
ready. Ever onwards.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do,
For the gods.
while the Empire's taking their good old sweet frickin' time,
My wrath is not
so I'm gonna run Thorgar over here and I'm gonna pop the Icon of Desecration so my guys will all start healing. Ooh, I leveled up. Let's do Hand of the Guts. That's a special ability that lets me smack people really hard. Alright, so we're gonna activate this, which will heal my guys up. So every time it pulses, which it has 25 pulses, it grants me a new guy. Okay, so they're up to 24 already, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out of it.
I will seek out my foe.
Because I'm not too worried, because these guys have 2 hit points per model, and I'm not super interested in getting up to that version of
Your
full
knight
health.
stand ready.
Because I can just save this. Okay, so you'll notice it just, yeah, so it's got 16 heal charges left. So that way, when we get into another fight with these guys, we don't run into some agonizing issue. Potions we can go ahead and claim.
the gods lead my steps.
We just can't pick up items yet. If I want the map to keep going, which I do. Because if I recall correctly, these guys, some of these guys will stay in here, and I'd like to go murder them for the experience. Alright, so it's the same thing as last time, there's just an extra cart. Come play with me. You'll have a good time, I promise. Flagellants are actually kind of tough because they have 2 hit points per model for some reason. Not sure why that is, but what's strange to me is that this is hard mode, which is the highest difficulty for campaign, and yet they don't like these. None of these guys actually start at their full health value because they didn't want to make it too difficult, which I think is a little odd. I kind of wish there had been a very hard difficulty because there's a very hard difficulty for. Here they come.
Will rule this brave world.
Your knight stand ready. Let's make
We're sending knights in. Alright, oh, and he's leveling up too. Let's see, do I have something that helps my ranged unit? Magic resistance, movement speed. Not high enough level for that yet. Okay, so let's do Wind of Death. That way it's more likely to hit people and do damage.
Your warriors are victorious.
The gods
The flagellants are dead.
me.
The prey has been sighted.
Tell you what, I do wish Marauder Axe Throwers were
That's the last of them, brother.
half as good
Safe now.
in tabletop as they were in this game.
Bless you. Now,
Don't let 'em get away.
show these barbarians the steel of the Empire.
Okay, so here comes the big contingent, and they're actually bringing the Warrior Priest with them this time.
This world will be ours.
So I'm guessing this is the final wave.
Kill everything! We shall destroy them all.
Alright, so let's finish off these caravans.
For your dying screams.
I like how these guys just stalwartly just keep it a nice trot. We may be getting chopped to bits and, like, murdered to death. Murdered to death. Good job. Good job, Sotek. That's... Clearly I speak in wisdom.
These lands are ours.
impossible to understand. Oh, dang it. Sometimes if you try and change formation, it bugs like it's doing right now, and they get stuck in this formation.
The power of chaos flows.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the universe, but it's a little annoying.
I have seen the true path.
Okay, so Warriors took a little damage, and by a little I mean a lot. Probably because they ate a full volley from the handgunners. So we're just gonna sit here and heal back up to full. Really, the knights are the most primary concern, because they're worth the most. Okay, it goes up to 24.
Power of chaos.
Alright, out. I'll go ahead and pick up these potions.
It shall be. As the gods see fit. As the gods see fit.
And we'll go ahead and pick up the gold as well.
As the gods see fit.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Okay. I assume the banner counts, but I guess we'll see. Alright, so I'm back in position, and all that's left is to wait for the silly warrior priest to arrive.
Destroy with joy.
See, there it was again. They rhymed. Destroy with joy. Glad they're taking such an upbeat approach. You gotta love what you do, guys. That's a crucial core thing about life. We can all learn from chaos. You gotta love what you do. This cathedral is very thin, very tall, very thin. All right, so what do we got here? 2 units of swordsmen, which are pretty tough. Flagellants and handgunners. And the flagellants have the warrior priest. Okay. So I'm going to end up challenging him, and I'd rather not commit
I will destroy them all.
My warriors to the flagellant, so I'm going to separate him
Chaos flows within me.
from the unit and give him Hand of Gods again so he can overwhelm the warrior priest. And we're going to send... I guess, yeah, okay, we'll axe throw the flagellants. We'll throw the warriors into the swordsmen to hold them up, and then we'll Chaos Knight the handgunners. Meanwhile, I will keep Thorgar busy on the warrior priest. Alright, they're coming.
The gods
Let us...
will be victorious.
I don't want to move to engage just yet. Alright.
The gods' foes are not but dust to me.
Charge!
Glorious battle is yours. Shall strike you bellies of your foes.
Get in there, Thorgar. Ah, that kind of messed up my night charge. Sorcerer, start spam magicking. Give the knights that break they need. Okay, so they got it. Okay, good. They got to the handgunners. And I am getting messed up by this warrior priest. My goodness. That. And pop that there.
Your knight stands ready.
Good. They wipe them out. Y'all go after them. Nice rear charge. Break their morale.
The breath of the gods was strong this day.
Do that so I can get off cooldown faster. And win death.
Glorious battle is joy.
Wind of death, please. Alright, so that warrior priest's morale is broken. You know what? Thorgar probably actually took most of his damage trying to fight his way to him.
Fight for the gods.
Hand of the gods to finish this guy off. Yeah!
The gods have shown
Weakling.
us the way. Shut them down.
No one escapes. Okay. We need to stop these caravans.
Against my immortal masters.
Stop them!
Beautiful bloodshed.
I am the herald of the northern powers.
Almighty gods.
Run,
bless us
Thorgar,
with your
run!
gifts that we might prevail.
Get those armored legs moving.
Gods are pleased.
I am pumping everything I have into these things. If one escapes, that's not good. They've all got precious booty that I want.
Show no mercy.
I think we got them all. Yep. And squish.
The gods are pleased.
Alright.
Your warriors
So,
are
we're gonna leave the items. Okay.
This
Knights.
world will be
Y'all
ours.
hit full level. Great. Go heal.
I shall
potion?
destroy this army with ease.
Potion.
As
And
the
potion.
gods see fit.
So let's go ahead and pick up every item
Yes, gifted one.
except for one.
It is good.
I don't actually know what these are off the top of my head, so just hope for good things. The Skull of Katam.
As the gods
We will
see
talk
fit.
about that in a minute. That's a really famous item. Which in this was 25% to all spells.
Show
I had
no
them pick up the Banner of the
mercy.
Gods. Unbreakable. Staff of
Destroy
Corruption.
all! Kill everything!
Plus 20% HP, minus 10% cooldown. Nice. And I'll pick
As
up one
the
more.
gods see fit. We shall destroy
Okay, so
them
they
all.
fully used that.
War makes
Oh,
us
yay.
strong.
Apparently fighting made them listen to me again. And Cloak
How
of
might I
Warding,
serve
which
the
I
gods?
can't do anything with. Okay, so
How
we're going to
might
leave the
I
last
serve
two.
the gods?
And while we're
These
heading,
weaklings cannot stand before
walk,
me.
walk, don't run around the pool of blood. Okay, so let's talk about the items we just picked up. So first is the
Fight for the gods!
Skull of Katam, which if you are not aware of, I don't know what rock you've been living under for Warhammer Fantasy. Skull of Katam
The prey has been
is a very, very famous chaos artifact that belongs to an extremely powerful sorcerer. The skull of the sorcerer Katam continues to whisper words of power in the ears of its owner. The Skull of Katam featured very heavily in the story of Egrim von Horseman, who is one of the more powerful mortal champions of Tzeentch. He's actually a very famous Tzeentchian chaos sorcerer that rides on a two-headed chaos dragon. And he was once a powerful light wizard that served the Empire. He was actually one of the Empire's best light wizards. But he secretly had sold his soul to Chaos a long time ago, and he tried to outwit Tzeentch. Unfortunately for him, he failed.
I will destroy them all!
Because outwitting Tzeentch
These
is just
will be
not
my
possible.
lands.
Unfortunately for Egrim. Alright, so we have to play really aggressive here because those are both gunner units,
Be contested.
and I'd rather them not
Your
completely
knights
destroy my
stand
face.
ready.
So we're going to throw in the Marauders first, because they're the cheapest to heal. And hopefully they'll eat most of the
Glorious
shooting.
battle is joy. Sheathe your swords in the bellies
Maybe
of
not.
your foes.
Alright, charge!
The
Everyone
prey
charge!
has been sighted.
Alright, okay, so they laid in, they volley fired my Marauders. That's good.
Destroy and
Could
dominate.
not volley fire my Knights. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so the Knights are in.
Chaos will rule this
And my
place.
Warriors are struggling with this barricade idea. Oh shit, there's more of them.
The gods are pleased. Your warriors are victorious.
Alright, my guys are immune to morale because the banner they
Your
picked up.
knights stand ready. I shall destroy
Let's
this
help clear up
army
things.
with
Okay,
ease.
support the Knights. Support the Knights. They're way more expensive.
Stronger.
We want a Wind of Death. And we want a Soul Steal. Here we go. And just keep laying into them.
To slay is divine. The gods are pleased.
Okay, so we broke them. Save the Warriors.
Bow down to all the gods.
You guys finish him off.
Gods of chaos.
Okay, good. We threw like a million axes. Alright, so now let's go finish these guys off. So,
Kill.
really,
Destroy,
I had to weigh what was more
sire.
important. I just knocked him over.
Volley fire.
Kill him? Kill him? What are you doing?
The gods are pleased. I sense a message.
Okay, get the Knights out of there.
I am the herald of the northern power.
Please die. Okay, they're broke. Alright, so while everyone else is just chilling out, cheering because we're awesome and stuff, we're gonna send him to go pick up the last artifacts.
How might I serve the gods?
Yay!
There can be no victory against my
So, we got some good levels for our
masters.
characters, which at the end of the day is all that's worth.
How might I serve the gods?
I wish I could burn this cathedral down. I really do.
We shall make a stand here.
Unfortunately, I can't, and there's no
Ride
extra
them
loot
into the ground.
to reward you for being brave.
Destroy and dominate.
These lands belong to you now.
Okay. So all this stuff is mine. And the Empire is dead. All we have to do is go pick up those artifacts. But yeah, the Skull of Catan, sorry I got interrupted there, is, so, it focused highly on the story of Egrim von Horsen, because what the skull does is, for a price, typically the skull ends up screwing you over, but for a price, it will tell you anything you want to know. It knows all knowledge in the universe, essentially.
Before power.
But like with most things chaos focused, it has a pretty significant backfire effect, and will quickly get out of control if you're not careful.
But the servant
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! We picked up another icon of desecration. Oh shit!
contested.
Send my army.
My wrath is not sated.
An icon of desecration means I don't have to pay as much money to revive my guys, which is a big plus. So everybody haul butt over here. Good old Chaos Knights. Leisurely riding. Anyway, so Egrim actually managed to claim the Skull of Catan from the bowels of the Light College, which is where the Empire keeps most Chaos artifacts that they don't want getting out.
We are ready to fight.
Excuse me. And that artifact in particular made Egrim's power immense and gave him a lot of knowledge that he needed to accomplish his goals.
The enemy is weak.
Like I said, obviously he was defeated by Tzeentch, and Tzeentch ended up claiming him as a Chaos Champion because Egrim just intended to do what he wanted to do and then make his getaway. He didn't actually want to serve Tzeentch for the rest of his life, and he thought he could get away with it, and he couldn't because he goofed up.
Grow strong this day.
Alright, so I'm going to get out of this zone, and we're going to let the Chaos Warriors go first.
Dominate.
Oh my god, get out of there.
The gods grow strong this day.
So they've got to get up to... Oh, goodness, no, they're not going to make
Destroy
it.
them all.
Are they?
Kill everything.
There's 18, so they need... actually, let's do the Knights first. Just because the Knights are the most expensive. Because the Knights are going to get up to 20, yeah. Which is a lot of Knights.
Your knights stand ready.
Like, it's actually pretty crazy. Most of the units at their smallest level are actually, like, tabletop appropriate. But then when they get up to their big level, they're, like, hilariously gigantic. I mean, 20 Knights, that's a royal ass load. But yeah, they'll heal to full health once I'm outside of the map. All that matters is the number of guys. So I need 10 more. Okay, so I'm not going to quite get them to full health, but I'll get close. Stupid marauders. Stole my powers. Yeah, I will gladly have 32 Warriors of Chaos. Yes, please. 9. 30. And 31.
Bow down to all
Alright.
the gods.
And we'll take the last item. Deathseeker boots.
The gods have granted you their
Yay, we
favor.
won. Good job, team. We're gonna get some sweet loot. We will go over the rest of those items shortly as we make it to
Tide
camp.
of chaos stretch.
And now those artifacts have, of course, been returned to proper hands. Alright, so we got 1,500 gold. So let's go ahead and move to camp. Several Chaos Champions have raised their banners in this place, acting as a rallying point for the forces of the Northmen. It is a boisterous camp as rival warbands rub shoulders with each other, though the competition is kept in check by ancient customs of the Marauder tribes. In this place of trade and parley, information and warriors are available to all. So let's go ahead and set up for the rest of our adventures. Let's heal all our guys to full, which was thankfully much cheaper than it could have been. Then let's, of course, we have the Shrine of the North Lights. In the far north, across the Chaos Waste, the skies are filled with consecrating colors believed to be distant images of the gods themselves. Captured in sacred crystals, these colors are at the heart of the Chaos Shrine, and it is said that the gods hear the words of those that speak to the stones. So yeah, for those of you, the northern lights that we have in our world, they exist in the Warhammer world, but in the Warhammer world, they are due to the influence of the Realm of Chaos and are caused by warpstone dust flying around in the air. Armory. Hailing from Tsar Nagrud, the Chaos Dwarf armorer Aknadizar has all of the ancient skills of his race. Though now sundered from his people, Aknadizar's slaves labor under the whip to produce weapons and armor of the finest quality, worthy of the greatest champions of chaos. So we actually have a Chaos Dwarf here in the encampment. Maybe we might actually get to recruit him if we're lucky, because Hell Cannons are the siege weapon for chaos, so we might actually get to have him join us. The Proving Circle. According to ancient lore, to maintain peace in the camp, all disputes are brought to the Proving Circle, and the parties involved fight beneath the gaze of the gods to judge the worthy. It is not uncommon for wagers to be placed on the outcome of these ritual fights, so the contests attract great attention from the warriors of the camp, making it a good place to recruit new followers. And we would really like to recruit these two guys, the Knights and the Warriors, so we'll have to see if we can finagle that. The Scryer. Whether it is by reading the entrails of a slain goat, the passage of the stars, deciphering dreams, or casting the rune bones, the shaman known simply as the Scryer can tell what the gods have planned for every man and conveniently has the things they will need to further their quests for the right price. So he's a scammer, though I'm sure he's somewhat right. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to send, we want to give the staff and the skull of Katam to my sorcerer, because he will benefit more from those than my guy does. Then we will go ahead and sell the Cloak of Warding, because obviously I don't need it, because both of my characters already have armor. Then let's go ahead and sell that, and sell one of these, and one of these, and we'll sell two of these. Because we're trying to see if we can finagle enough gold. The Warriors would be alright. I kind of would prefer to get the Chaos Knights. Let's see, I can sell the Marauders for 360. I don't know if I want to sell the Marauders yet. Tell you what, we'll think about that. And you guys, how about this? How about you guys let me know down in the comment section below, what should we do? Should we sell the Marauders so that we can get our hands on some Knights Undivided so we can have 2 units of Knights? Or should we simply buy some Warriors Undivided and upgrade them instead? That way I can hang on to the Marauders and have Warriors. And put a few points of upgrades on them. So how about you guys let me know down in the comment section below. But for right now, that's where we're going to go ahead and call it. We're about halfway through Chapter 1 of the Forces of Chaos, or Hordes of Chaos campaign, Chapter 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you felt the length on this was good, or if you want it to be a little longer, a little shorter. Just let me know. I'm new to this whole Let's Play thing, so we're going to have to feel it out as a group, and hopefully everyone will come to enjoy it. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys for episode 2 before you know it. Bye.